Welcome, everyone, to episode 7 of In the Vapor, a show about individuals in our community and industry. The goal of the show is to show the world we come from all different walks of life and how deeply involved we are in the day-to-day activities in our communities. And joining me today is KendraLee Miller, who is an employee. I'm not sure exactly your title there with VapeCraft, but you're going to let us know. You're going to let us know. Welcome to the show, KendraLee.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, I'm excited to get to know you. We've chatted before, and I didn't even realize when I was talking to you on Vacraft that you were the same person. So I was just like,
Yeah.
uh, that is
Yeah.
the blonde roots in me. That's the blonde roots in me. Say hello to everybody and let them know what you do over there at Vapecraft.
Hey everybody, my name is Kendra. I'm like the social media manager, marketing, everything in there. I do all of the social media stuff as far as like posts, comments, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We do the YouTube channel. And then I also do a little bit of influencer outreach. There's not much um,
That's
of
a
that
tough
going on
one
with
nowadays.
Vape right now. Yeah. So here and there, but mostly, yeah, we're trying to build up our YouTube and our other social media platforms. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that's the big thing now. I mean, it's tough. It's really hard when
Mhm.
well, the industry that we're in now. So it's just like YouTube's got an eye on us, Twitter's got an eye on us, Instagram
Yeah.
has been eyeing us for quite a while. So
Hmm.
it's gotten hilarious. It's gotten to the point where you have to second guess your hashtag, and that's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. It's like,
Right.
do I put vaping? Do I put a hashtag vaping on this one? Will it be seen by anyone?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Lots of stuff like that. Yeah. Got to
yeah,
be very careful with all the platforms nowadays.
yeah. Are you doing pictures as well, or are you the
So
photographer?
I am not. I do some pictures here and
Yeah,
there, but we have somebody, Izzy. She's
yeah,
another person on our social media team. She also is in,
yeah.
Facebook mostly and stuff.
Yeah.
And she edits and takes most of and pretty much all of our pictures and videos.
Nice,
So
nice,
she's the woman behind the camera. She's pretty cool. She is really good with the camera. We have
nice.
really good pictures. So
Oh, after we're done the show, I would like for you to send her a link to my thing. I would love to have her on the show because that's how I got involved in it. And in Instagram as Smile King 40, and it was with pictures. And that,
yeah.
I started taking pictures, and everybody's like, "Hey, dude, you should do this," and I'm like, I would only do it if I support the product that I'm taking a picture of, and I made that very clear from the beginning. Loyalty and just, people that are out there supporting the community and the industry as far as advocacy. And that's one of the reasons I'm a huge supporter of ZampleBox. They've always been out there supporting advocacy and doing what they can for the industry and community. Us. So are you ready? Are you ready for 30 minutes of some hard-hitting journalism?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Hopefully.
I have a segment on here where it's the photo thing, but I couldn't find any goofy pictures of you online. So you've been pretty good. The women are really good about making sure there aren't any goofy pictures of you out there. Uh, so yeah,
Uh,
usually I have a photo showcase where I find two pictures of yourself on social media and have you kind of explain what the hell's going on in the picture. And
yeah.
I couldn't find any goofy ones of you. So you got either you really got good friends or you just you're really smart with your pictures.
That's hilarious. I love that you do that. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, no, everybody has like a few pictures out there floating around in the internet, that are just like,
Right.
oh my God, I can't. And it's usually a drunk moment, or it's one of your
Mhm.
friends takes a picture of you and doesn't
Yep.
ask, hey, can I post this?
Right.
Hello, everybody out there in chat. Welcome to the show, and we're going to jump right into it and have KendraLee tell us a little bit about your family life. This show's about your personalities, your likes, your dislikes, what you're about outside of the community, and so that's the reason for some of these questions. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your family life.
Well, so I grew up in Long Beach, so pretty close. We're in right now. I'm in Vista, so close by San Diego. Um, I actually got sober. I am sober from drinking and all that
Yeah,
for about almost 3 years now,
nice.
and I moved to San Diego area around that time, and right now I'm living with my boyfriend. Um, we met after I got sober shortly afterwards, so it's been going good.
Nice.
Um, yeah, it's really nice.
It's a
Yeah,
perfect area to live too. I love San
it is.
Diego.
San Diego's so beautiful. We
Yes.
don't live quite close and like right next to the beach, but we're pretty close. Like
Yeah.
we'll say we're not close only because we're used to being closer, but
Right, right. And who can hate 75 degrees all year long?
right, right. I know. I think we posted a picture like during winter time with like the grass and stuff.
Yeah.
And somebody commented, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice to see green grass like that in California?"
Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah, well, I live in the Central Valley, so my grass during the winter is blooming green, but then in the summertime, I with the water restrictions and all the other nonsense,
Yeah,
it's dead. It's dead.
yeah, yeah,
Now, I love San Diego. I love the Italian district, of course, because being Italian, I love that district that's there. And they have a great once a year. I don't know if they have been doing it because of COVID, but they usually have a very huge Italian festival
Oh,
out
I
there.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great festival, and it's like 3 days. It's no, I yeah, it is 3 days because I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's a great festival with booths, and it's a great way if you have Italian heritage to have your kids learn a little bit more about your where their family comes from. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I know you know the question's coming up, so give me your funniest joke.
Okay. What do um what do sprinters eat before a race?
What do sprinters eat before a race? Oh, I don't
Nothing,
nothing.
because they fast.
I love it. I love it. You get the boom boom boom. You get the perfect dad joke. I love that.
I love dad jokes. I am a dad joke gal
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
dad jokes are taking over Facebook, and it's hilarious. I love seeing them because they make you think for a second, and then it's just that it's exactly that. Boom, you
Yeah,
get it.
just like, oh man.
I love that joke. Let's get right here. Are there any other groups or programs that are within your city you're involved in that you would like to share with us?
So not really with the city or anything like that, but I am in a book club.
Nice.
Um, I thought that would be a cool thing to share. I love reading and doing stuff like that. So I actually started it.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and like a lot of people started to join and it kind of became something pretty cool. Which I was expecting maybe like one or two people to join and maybe we'd have to find another one or something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's going really good.
that's
It's gotten me
awesome.
like more into reading and stuff like that, so that's also pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I think COVID had a lot to do with a lot of people having some time actually, like, looking at that book because I did the same thing. I walked in, I was like, "That book's been sitting at that nightstand for, like, the last 2 years,"
Right?
and the
Yeah.
bookmarker's in there, and it's, like, on page 20, It's been there for, like, 2 years, so it's like,
Right.
pick it up and you start we were joking the other day on one of my other shows about the library, if anybody still went to the library, and we all kinda looked at each other like, I don't know, I haven't been to the library in a long time. Do they still have library cards?" I was like, "Dude, I have no idea, but I'm sure there's an app for the library now. There's gotta be an app for it."
Right?
Uh,
Probably, huh?
yeah,
Yeah. The
Yeah.
last time I got a library card, like, probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I know
An
they
actual physical card. It
yeah,
wasn't an app on your phone.
no, it was like an actual, like, a keychain card that you put up
What?
with the keys, so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, we were kidding about that because it comes up. Everybody always forgets. Everybody always forgets about the library, especially if
right.
you don't have young kids anymore. It's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah, the library. Yeah, I think it's on 11th
yeah.
Street. Yeah.
Right.
We all get a bit frustrated from time to time with the industry and the community. If there was a part that frustrates you the most, what is it and why?
This is a good question because I think, you know, there was some validity to what happened with certain companies and, uh, the uh, advertising to kids situation.
Right.
But I think nowadays most of those companies aren't around anymore.
Yep.
And vaping itself, like, at least for me, and I know a lot of other people, that it's helped tremendously to quit smoking, you
Right.
know? And I think it's mostly frustrating for me because they're gonna make it harder for those people who really need it, and then people are gonna go back to smoking cigarettes, and it really, like, gets me, like, riled up sometimes, you know?
Ye Yeah, I mean, and you're right. I mean, you guys I got a bottle of your stuff right here in front of me. I've always have a bottle of Vaporcraft in front of me. It's a nice, clean, classy label,
Mhm.
nothing, the flavor and it's you got all the humongous I had the little 30 mil bottles, the humongous warning label
One
that takes about 25% of the label. But yeah,
yeah,
I think you're
yeah,
right. I think by now, a majority of those companies that were kind of pushing the limits with
pushing
with the characters and their labels, I think are pretty much I think the community actually pretty much took care of that. I think
yeah,
that
mhm,
which which is good. There's still a couple nut jobs out there
yeah,
kind of floating around there. But for a majority of it, I think a lot of people have cleaned up their labels
mhm,
that I always have this argument with colors and people are like, "Oh, these colors, this color, and why do they have this color?" And I'm like, "It's a color. It's a color. Color is not associated to youth." You know,
right,
I
right,
mean,
yeah.
since when? You know what? So, like, I'm 53, so everything I own should be black because I'm old. What is your point with the colors? And they're
Right,
like all these bright, vivid colors, and
mm,
they attracts kids. I go, It's a color. I don't
yeah,
look at a color and go, "Nah, I can't have that color." That's the color of a 12-year-old. I
mhm,
mean, it'd be a hard way to freaking shop for clothes if I had to think
right.
about colors. Oh,
Yeah,
I
so it's a really hard, like, I think everybody's a little paranoid too, because it's like, what is, marketing to kids and stuff like that, you know? So it's a hard line of like, what are we doing wrong and what is totally okay, but is now not okay
yeah.
because of everything that's happened, you know? So,
Yeah, a PA always comes up in my I am originally from Philadelphia, so when anytime I see Philadelphia on there, and I understand a lot of people are going into Philly, I always
mm,
say it. Philadelphia did something. Philadelphia and Florida did something right. You don't hear any issues, rumblings in Philadelphia. You don't hear any in Florida. Philadelphia nailed it in the butt, took care of it, ended it, and it's just been there's no flavor bans, there's no fights over where shops are supposed to be and not be. It's just
yeah,
vaping is alive there, and just like in Florida with Nick Orlando and their group out there, they took care of business and made sure vaping would be available to everyone in Florida. Yeah,
yeah,
it's sad that people have to drive to another state to
great,
get their
yeah,
illegal. And with UPS and everybody else trying to figure out where to ship stuff, it's been ridiculous.
mhm, yeah, for sure. It's
I
like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing if you finally find, like, a solution, you know what I mean? And then
yeah,
another thing pops up and you're just like, "Oh, man," like, I wish it would just be a little easier for us, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people say, well, we're so resilient, this community, we'll figure out a way to get our e-liquid. And I said, well,
Mhm.
that's great for us. I said, how about the guy that lives out in the rural community? How about the guy that doesn't have a
Yeah.
car, where the closest vape shop is, 30-minute drive away? I mean, how about
Mhm.
that guy? That guy is kind of SOL because,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have transportation, he doesn't know how to DIY, he doesn't have 10 other vapors that are around him to help him. And
Mhm.
that's where we have to, that's why I always bring up, in as far as advocacy, is that you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for those people as well, and for future smokers. So yeah, I
Yeah.
hate seeing, oh, I'll just DIY. Great for you, buddy. I'm proud of you that you know how to DIY. How about the
Right.
guy that doesn't know how to
Doesn't
DIY?
know how to. Yeah.
Yeah, and that DIY guy now is SOL here pretty soon because they have figured out our system. I mean,
Mhm.
the politicians aren't stupid, guys. They
Right.
will adapt. They adapt. They are the predator. They are the predator. They will adapt to what they need.
Uh,
Are you ready for 10 rapid questions?
sure.
All
Sure.
right, you don't know. These are secret questions you don't know. I'm sure if you watch some of the show, there are goofy questions. They're a way to get to know your personalities. The first one's a big one, so I've got my fingers crossed that you go the right way with this one. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Oh, no.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
love you already. I love you already. Yeah, we're getting some no's. That's 2 weeks in a row with no's. Thank you.
Yeah, no way, Jose. No
Yeah.
pineapple on pizza.
Yeah. All right. First job, and did you quit or get fired?
Um, my first job was a summer job, but I did end up quitting in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So I
Did you
quit.
did you go out in style though? Did you just did you throw the apron, or did you walk out with pizzazz? Or did or did
I don't remember what I actually walked out, but it was a summer job for my mom's company and it was data entry. And it was like
okay.
the third summer I did it and I was just like, "Oh, I can't do this anymore."
Yeah.
You know? Oh god,
Data entry is just horrible.
it's so bad.
I cannot imagine doing that for more than a couple hours a day. I mean, a couple
Right?
hours a day is fine,
But
but
like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, I was just like, "Mm-mm."
it was your mom's company, or was it a company your mom worked for?
It was a company my mom worked
Oh,
for.
okay, yeah, because that makes a difference. That makes a
Yeah,
difference when you
yeah,
quit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not hers.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it makes it harder when you have to make that decision when it's a family job. It's like,
Yeah,
how do I go to that? How do I tell mom, I don't want to work here no more.
right, right.
Uh, if you're arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Mm.
We've had some weird ones on here on this question.
What would they assume I'd done? That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got to think of that one thing that if you were arrested, everyone in your family would go, yeah, I figure as much.
To be honest, it would probably, since I am sober, it would
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
like be like, "Oh, she got arrested for drugs," or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But outside of that, maybe it would be like, I'm trying to think big, like something crazy,
yeah,
like I wrapped up in a scheme with somebody else, like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. We've had all kinds. We had Allison say she would kidnap Jason Alkalek from Supernatural. We've had
That's
them all.
amazing.
Yeah.
Uh,
There you go. Your favorite toy growing up. What was that favorite toy?
I think I loved stuffed animals. I
Yeah.
was every time we went to like Toys R Us or whatever, my dad would like let us pick up another stuffed animal, and I would like name them, and like I just loved stuffed animals so much.
Yeah. stuffed animals, and you said a name that I haven't heard in a long time, Toys R Us.
Yeah, right.
It's sad that Toys R Us is gone.
Yeah.
If you got an hour in the White House, what would you do? All by yourself. You're all by yourself. You got a whole hour in the White House.
That's interesting. I would probably like check out and like see the what do you the Oval Office,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's where the president is, right?
yeah. The Oval Office. Yeah,
Yeah, I would probably check that out because that would be like, that would be a really cool thing to do because, not that
just
many
to
people get to go in there.
Yeah, just to see, you went nice. We've had take all the batteries out of the remote controls. We've had uh, go sleep on the Lincoln bed, or run around naked. Because you
Oh,
are by yourself, so you got an
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
I mean, who's not going to be able to, think, oh, you know what? There's nobody here. I can actually run around the whole White
I
House for an hour naked.
I would probably like right underneath the desk, like Kendra was here, like
Oh, that would be,
super like
yeah, I
classic.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That would be perfect. You can, and then they'll never see it, but you don't know it's there, which makes it even
Yeah,
more special.
right.
And if they ever sold the desk, you could always say, "No, that's my desk." No, it's not. I
Right.
go, "Yeah, look on the bottom. It says Kendra was here."
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I think I would do that too.
Mhm.
Your first car. What was Kendra's first car?
So my first car that I had paid for completely was
Nice.
actually a Mustang.
A
We found
Mustang.
it. Yeah, we found it and it had like 70,000 miles on it. It was, I think, a 2000, year 2000.
Yeah.
So it was a nice like car and it wasn't super pricey. I think it was like under $4,000, you know what I
Nice.
mean?
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, it was a super great deal. My grandpa's friend helped me find it and then he gave me like a loan basically and I paid
Yeah.
him every month for it. So
Nice.
it was
Nice.
pretty cool.
You
Yeah.
had a very good first car, damn
Yeah.
it.
I loved it so much too. I had like that's like probably the only car I had dreams about like me
Right.
driving in it and like how cool I would be.
Yep, 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 yep. You sound like my daughter now. That was like, "I want a Chrysler 300," and I used to laugh at her, and that was the first car she bought on her own. She said,
That's so
That's gonna be
funny.
my first car." I was like, "Dude, that car's so big, hon. My daughter's so small." I'm like, "Why do you want this big car?" Uh, if you were held at gunpoint and told if you didn't impress them with your dance moves, you would be killed, what dance moves would you bust out?
Oh man. Oh man. I am a terrible dancer. Like
We all are.
very, very terrible. I would probably do that, that like thing where you lean back and you wave your arms. What is that?
Well,
I don't even know what that's
I
called.
don't know.
Like
Uh,
the oh no,
oh,
that's not what
I
it's
know
called.
what that's called. I just can't remember it. I can't remember the name
It's
of
like
that
the
one.
goofiest looking dance that I've ever seen, but
Anybody out
it
there know
would
what
be.
that dance is called? I don't know what that one's called. Most people go with the robot or you start doing the robot.
I would do something like really weird looking, you know what I mean? Like enough to like distract him and be like, "What is she doing?"
What does is she having a seizure? Is she
Right,
having
yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Here we go. What's your
Uh-oh.
favorite cuss word?
Uh-oh. Um, can I
You could,
say it?
yeah, you could say it. Yeah.
I feel so strange saying it on the
Oh,
internet.
yeah, yeah. It's probably the number one, so it doesn't matter if you say it. It's the number one.
It's my favorite cuss word, but I don't say it that much unless I unless it's
You
somebody
mean
that
it.
I know really well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's cunt.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you just became Australia's favorite person.
Right? I love that it's used super like frequently there, like the F word here.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the F word here, that is the number one. But you just made Paul from Australia, our Wednesday Night Live European correspondent, very, very happy. Yeah, it's not used that much. It's funny. I've gone to a lot of vape conventions, and well, a couple years ago, I took my son for the first time with me, and Bogan was there. So I introduced my son to Bogan, and Bogan just throwing out that word at me. Hey, you cunt! It's good to see you. And my son's just kind of like looking at him like, Dad, dude, you letting this guy call you that? I'm like, so I had to go through the whole thing with him, And my
Oh,
son's like, really? That's their go-to word up there? I said, yeah, that's like, your buddy, your best friend, your dude, someone you're really happy to see. And he's just like, okay, that's really strange. I was
that's
like,
so funny.
yeah, it's not one that we know better to use that here. I mean, you have
Right.
to be, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to be. Especially, I grew up in back east. You do not call a woman that. You don't call a woman that
No.
here, but over there they'll kick your ass. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just been. I love it. I had. Let's see. What is it? I got one more for you. What are some fun, interesting alternatives to war the countries could settle with their differences with?
What are some
Alternatives. Yeah, alternatives to war that countries could settle their differences with.
I think we should all play like games, like just games, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's the tic-tac-toe finalists between Russia and America, you know? Like you tic-tac-toe for this amount of land or,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we the big one on this one is I think we've gotten a couple thumb wrestling. I
Yeah,
just started laughing. I was thinking of that one. It's I can see Putin and Biden thumb wrestling each other
right.
in front of the White House.
Right. That would be hilarious. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that would be it would be hilarious. If Here we go, the last one. The last one. What sport would be the funniest to add or not? I hate this, to add alcohol to, the amount of alcohol to. So
Ooh. Ooh. I think it would be, mm, I don't know. I think it would be basketball because,
oh,
basketball is like fast
yeah,
paced and very like,
yeah,
there's a lot of things happening and there's not a lot of waiting time
yeah.
for the things to happen. So you would really notice if somebody was drunk.
Yeah,
I would think.
yeah, yeah. Someone I don't know why we've had like hockey has been number 1 on this
Oh,
question,
yeah.
and I start thinking to myself, hockey's already so bad. I
Right?
mean, can
Yeah.
you imagine adding alcohol to that situation? I go, you
It
might as
would
well.
not be
Yeah,
good.
I always tell everybody, you might as well if you do that, you might as well just play that game at the hospital because it's already bad enough as it is.
Right.
Uh,
Oh gosh.
uh, so tell us, we are pretty much at the end of the show, but I'm going to give you an
Okay.
opportunity to talk a little bit about Vapecraft and anything coming up for them, or are you guys working on anything, or how the situation is with all the nonsense going on?
Yeah, we're doing okay. We're kind of shifting a little bit. We're not like we're trying to get our alternative sides going, so selling more third party products with like Delta 8 and stuff like that and Delta 10 and all the hemp products.
Yeah,
So we sell that kind of stuff. We're doing a big giveaway this month. If you
nice.
guys want to see, it's like vape craft giveaways. And you could enter to win and see if you like alternative products.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, we're just continuing to try to grow and do as much as we can to stay alive and get vape juice to the customers, and
yeah,
we want to be here for a long time.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad that you guys and some of the other companies out there are sticking with it and fighting it out and doing the
mhm.
best. And there are companies like you guys. They're not trying to look for loopholes. They're actually trying to fix issues. And that's one of the main problems I have a hard time with here with this community. With not the community, but the industry itself is just always trying to find a loophole. It's just like forget the loopholes, fix it, damn it. Quit quit trying to put a band-aid on the boo-boo, is what
Yeah.
I always say, because they are getting smarter. They're really starting to understand our system.
Mhm.
They're starting to understand what, our RDAs are. They're starting to understand what sub
Yeah.
tanks are. They know, and now they've 10 years ago they had no idea why we needed cotton,
Yeah.
or why we needed wire, or why
Yeah.
we yeah, all that stuff. And now they know it. They know everything, every little last part of it, as far all the way down to our batteries, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else? Yeah, if you can give me the link after we're done for the vape craft
Giveaway.
thing, I'll post it on there and have everybody head on over to. Actually, you guys have your YouTube channel, correct? Is that where you're
Yeah.
doing the giveaway?
No, it's actually
The
on our regular site.
Oh, the regular
So
site.
I think it's just Vapecraft Inc. slash giveaways, but I'll send you the link just for sure.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, that would be great. Um, yeah, we're excited for the future. We're always trying to grow. We're always trying to do new things. We don't want to go anywhere. We want to be here for the long run. So
yeah,
um, we have a great team. Bill in marketing. Our boss, shipping, manufacturing, like everybody is just really cool and we're one like big happy family over here
yeah,
and we all work pretty well together. So
yeah.
it's a great environment and we all love to do what we do and it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, that's the one thing that I learned and realized early in this industry, in this community, is that everyone that seems to be involved, whether it's a vape shop or an e-liquid manufacturer, distributor, they want to be involved in this company in the future and harm reduction. It's not just, hey, I'm here to make the cash. It's they really want to help people quit smoking, and
yeah.
that's a big deal. That brings me a lot of pleasure and joy knowing that I'm around this community, and this community is all
Mhm.
about trying to get the future smoker to have an alternative other than a
Yeah.
damn piece of gum or some pill that's going to make you have psychedelic dreams and
Right. Right. And
yeah,
yeah, like half the people that we employ used to smoke and now vape. So
right,
it's
right.
really
That's
it's
the
a
big
cool
one.
thing.
And
Mhm.
anybody else there at Vatecraft want to jump in here? Let them know. Send me a DM on the Twitter.
Okay.
I always try to. I don't know why I try to add the English accent when I say Twitter. But it was a
Twitter.
pleasure. Yeah, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, Kendra Lee. I got to get the Lee in there.
Thank you.
And, yeah, it's been fun getting to know your personality and get to know you a little bit better and know what you're doing out there. And yeah, again, it was just totally hilarious when we were having that back and forth, and I realized, okay, I know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, guys, hey, everybody out
Well,
there, sorry, we're having issues on my end with YouTube. I think YouTube has had some issues all day today. I don't know what's going on, but I don't get to see your comments until the very, very last second. So I don't know if you're seeing them there, Kendra, or not, but they're coming in very late. I know
uh,
I did the YouTube down, or is YouTube down website, and they said they're having some sort of issues today, but it's
okay.
streaming. I see it there. I see your comments, but they're really, really delayed. So that's why I haven't been really focusing on the comments in chat. And I
Yeah.
apologize, but hey, don't get mad at me. Go after YouTube. Who owns YouTube anyway? Google does.
Um,
All right, great. Any
well,
last words before we head on out?
yeah, well, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It was nice to come on here and talk with you and yeah, it was really nice. So
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you. Thank you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, everybody will see everybody. I had someone scheduled for Thursday, but I don't think they are too busy. They are busy. I'm going to try to find somebody else. If I don't, we'll see everybody next Tuesday. And don't forget, tomorrow, Wednesday night, 6 p.m., the Wednesday night live show with me, Tim, Paul, and Tom. And we'll see everybody then. Thank you again, Kendra.
Thank you.